Well, hi folks, coming to end of May now, so it's about time to get some beans planted. Weather's lovely and warm today, up there anyway, but over there where the wind's coming from is not looking too promising, so I better get cracking and get it on before this thunderstorm comes. Cows aren't sleeping, lying down, so that's obviously a sign that it's not going to rain yet. So we'll just get in and get these French beans planted in here. I'm putting them in this bed. It's nice and warm now. There's no forecast of any frost, anything near a frost now for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be about 10 degrees at night, so that's a good sign. So we'll get them in here. They reckon you should plant them in rows 2 feet apart and about 6 inches apart in the rows, but I'm just going to plant them in a grid of 5x5 at about 9 to 10 inches apart, and we'll see how we get on. So I'll get my tripod set up and I'll show you this, and then I'll just give you a quick squiz about the plot and the greenhouse, show you what else has been going on. Oh, so we'll get a few of these little French beans out. I only sowed these 2 weeks ago tomorrow, but they don't have to put roots out quickly, if you can see. So they want to be going in, and now it's nice and warm. There's no big deal. So if you can pull them out by the stalks and the roots all together, then they should be right. These are just the little French climbing beans called Ferrari. Stringless little ones, so it couldn't be easier. Just plonking them in and jobs are good one. Hey, so yeah, weather's turning nice now at last. Bank holiday weekend. No frost forecast, so I think we're out of the woods with that now, because you're not going to get any frost from like mid-June, and I've looked at the 2 week weather forecast and it looks pretty safe. So once all the squash and courgettes and things like that are big enough to plant out, they can go out too. So just a short little video of this, because I just want to check, I'm just trying to test out how this looks quite close up with this new camera, see if it's all right. So we'll see how we get on. Like I said, I'm planting these about what, probably 9 inches apart. They do tend to stand up without needing any support, because they're quite stocky plants, and you'll get a good 20 or 30 beans off each plant. So if we've got 25 plants, you're looking at a good 500 beans in an area that's probably just about a square metre, so it's quite a productive crop. We'll just get these last 2 in, put the rest in, show you what they look like, and then we'll just have a little look around the other bits, see how things are progressing now that the weather's warmed up. Well folks, that's 25 in now, so that should do me for this year. 25 in about 1.5 meters squared. Just giving them a quick water in, so I'll just show you what else has been going on. Just been having a good old weed down my beds. Spring onions, growing pretty slowly, but they're coming along now. Now it's warmed up, they should start to get going a bit. I'm weeding all my beds ready for stuff. This is where my peas are going, my second lot of peas. And show you what the lettuces are like. That's some of the rocket I planted. Had a bit of a cold snap, so it's probably not looking too healthy, but they'll all perk up once now it's warmed up, as it keeps banging on about. And that's the rest of the lettuces that I planted last week, all sort of rooted in well now. We'll just have a look at some of the other bits. Spuds have all come through well now, so there's no need to worry about frost topping them up, because we're not going to get any more of that now. These are the Nicola, and then we've got some Anya and some of the Sarpo Mira Blue Danube. Garlic's all up and running now. Again, some of them are looking a little bit yellow and straggly, but they did last year. They looked really sickly and then they just perked up. So again, nothing to worry about. Need to do a little bit of weeding, probably come tomorrow when the sun's out and do a bit. Onions are looking good. These are the heat treated ones. I've got about 100 in here. And the banana shallots, slugs have been having a bit of a bash at some of those, but not a lot you can do. So I've got plenty of banana shallots in now. This is a bit of a spare bit for something. I'll probably put some squash in. And the peas, all rooted now. They should be starting to climb up the netting, so I'll start putting a string across, I think, just to sort of force them across, and then they can start clinging on like that one is. So I'll just put some string across just to force them against the net, and then we should start to get some climbing. The carrots all started to sprout now. Don't know whether you can see, I'm not sure how close this gets in, but they've all sprouted. Second box, third box hasn't sprouted because I was about a week late with that one. So all in all, things are looking pretty good. So anyway, we'll just nip back home before this horrible looking thundercloud rolls in, and see if I can get back before it chucks it down. I'll just show you how my pond's progressing before we get back. These are some of the plants I did leave in when I chopped a lot back. Went up to a local pond and got some tadpoles. You probably can't see them. This being an underwater camera, I should really stick my camera in the water, shouldn't I? But I don't risk it yet. There's one there, don't know whether you can see it. So we're getting plenty of bits and pieces flying around now. Even saw a damsel fly the other day, so it shows you it'll all come eventually. So I should have some frogs in a while. Something else just landed there. Got plenty of pond skaters and water beetles. Where they've come from I don't know, but like I said, they do come. Well, folks, let's have a quick look in the greenhouse. Stood up polytunnel. As you can see, I've opened the back door as well now a little bit, let plenty of air through because it's dead sunny today and red hot. But things are growing really well in here now, so it won't be long. There's some courgettes, squash and cucumbers in there, just starting to put the first true leaves on. So it won't be too long, maybe another week or so before I plant some of those out. They're all being planted out in here, so there's not much point in leaving them to grow in a little pot. Second lot of lettuces all up and running now. Some more of that rocket, spare rocket. Second lot of spring onions, don't know when I'm going to plant those. Third lot of spring onions. I do like my spring onions. And the peppers, they should start to move now it's warmed up. Now what a lot of people do is pinch the growing tips out so they split into two, but if you look at this one here, it's actually naturally done that. It's split into two there itself, so that should make a bushier plant. So whether it's just a variety that does that naturally or not, it just means you don't need to do it yourself. Again, more lettuce, rocket in a pot. These are the leeks, coming on a bit now. I would say another 2 or 3 weeks and they'll be ready to plant out. Could do with a good old watering because it has been quite warm. Second lot of peas, they're ready to go out in a week or a few days. In this weather, they should be good to go. Starting to get a few flowers on my tomatoes. These are little hanging basket tomatoes, tumbling Tom. So I've got a few of those hanging up. And these are the what they call gardener's delight. They're starting to get tomatoes on as well now. Not tomatoes, but the first flowers. And the first early potatoes in pots. I've had a fertile around in some of the pots, and there are some potatoes in there about the size of a marble. So hopefully this should be right in a week or two. And these are the second lot of potatoes are planted in the bigger pots. They're going to stay in here. We're having a bit of a competition, me and my mates, putting 3 onions in one pot and seeing how many we can weigh in by the start of September. So we'll see how we get on. Another potato that's flopped over because it's leggy. So that's the greenhouse. What I've noticed outside is quite a lot of these little wild alpine strawberries, if you can see, all over the place. So they should be lovely. They're absolutely tiny little strawberries, but they're so sweet. And there's quite a lot of them, as you can see. They're coming up everywhere, all over the place. So that should be quite interesting. I'll show you what they look like once they finally get fruit on. But anyway, folks, that's about it. I'll show you the back of it. Let's see if we can miss this thunderstorm. See you later.